Now, for all you budding business entrepreneurs that are finding there's some missing link in exploding, that there's some restriction, there's something not quite flowing or gelling to maximize the full potency and the flow of your creativity and flowing into the world with your products and reflecting, of course, into your bank account. Well, what I'm tapping to here now is ritual. This has come from my love of Native American sweat lodges and culture, and also my 4 trips to India, visiting many spiritual teachers and what's called ashrams over a number of years. And so what we're doing here is we're using sage. Now, sage has been used for millennia by many indigenous cultures, in particular the Native Americans. And sage in particular, it was chosen to release past negativities. And when you release the past, it allows unlimited possibilities to flow in. I like the analogy of you've got the hand in a glass jar with a small opening, and you've got your hand in there holding on to something, and you're trying to get your hand out of this small aperture, this opening, to get your hand out. And you're holding on to something. All you've got to do is let go and your hand comes out. And what you're holding on to is past beliefs, memories, circumstances and events and contracts. So what we're doing here is releasing, using the smudging, and we're basically also not just smudging the past, releasing negativities, but symbolically using the body-mind Indian chakra system. So what we're doing here is enlivening the legs being symbolic of contacting the earth and grounding and manifesting all your ideas, your creative ideas, flowing through into the earth plane via the legs. And what I like to do myself is actually smudge under my feet. Bare feet is best. And again, smudging smoke right under my feet, which is basically feeling the heat of the sage on your foot, enlivening. So the process is releasing and enlivening. And then we're coming up into the different chakras or different body parts. The next body part is the pelvis or sacrum, related to, in the Indian system, the Kundalini is a coiled serpent in the sacrum. When you unleash that, all hell is released in terms of energetics and your whole chakra system being opened. And it's also related to sexuality. Now, sexuality traditionally there's been a terrific correlation between creativity and sexuality. And then we come up into the pelvis, emotions, solar plexus, which is your power center, the Tandien in the Chinese system, solar plexus, solar meaning fire, sun in the Indian system. Coming up into the chest, the heart system, which is in Chinese system, traditional Chinese medicine relates to joy. Heart is heart connections, opening, breathing, being inspired by life, inspiration, being inspired by life, coming up into clearing the throat. Throat is related to expression, being able to speak your truth, letting go, releasing of unspoken words in business communication, in business contracts, being able to speak your truth. So you're tapping into empowerment. Now, these are all internal resources that we have inside latent. And what we're doing here is enlivening, releasing past beliefs, and enlivening, reawakening, reigniting, meaning already there, and reigniting, awake, reawakening. What was already there, bringing out for you to then step into and use in your business in whatever field you want, whether it's contracts, speaking, social media, creativity. Next level, third eye, intuition, allowing intuition to come in. And then crown chakra is the Sahasra in Sanskrit, is related to the interconnectedness of all things. So we're enlivening the whole psyche to then step into and fully utilize who we are, no matter who you are, no matter what gender, background, race, color, creed. We all have these inner energetics chakra systems, meridians that have been used for thousands of years, independent of the recent 200, 250 years modern psychology, modern Western medicine. Next, I like to use some incense. And the incense is going to allow me to use the bell. Now the bell is breaking, again, another level to break past patterns and fixations. I'm using the incense from my time in India. They use rituals where you honor external deities like Lakshmi, Ganesh. And what we're doing with this is actually honoring ourselves, honoring the sacredness of ourselves. And while you're doing this, you can visualize just all the positive affirmations and all the positivities that you have. I mean, what a wonderful person you are. That you're living, breathing, being on this planet, this moment of time. That you're wanting to empower others through social media, through online products. What a magnificent being you are. So let's honor that by doing the rituals. And once again, we're bringing this right down into the feet, being symbolic of that part of our body. The body is the window to the soul, what represents our connection with the earth. So we're wanting to enliven the feet, enliven the legs. The legs are what drive, empower us forward. We have all these different energy centers, power centers, all these different chakras in the upper body, but the legs are the one that connect us and allow us to drive us forward, using those thighs, Sagittarius, the archer, using the bow and driving the arrow to the target where we want to actually go. And that relates to the fire element. So we're using our legs to impel ourselves forward in the direction that we like. So we're then focusing. This particular ritual is just a very gentle, soft, should I dare to say even feminine process, where it's a nurturing process of just integrating and aligning and accepting ourselves, allowing those inequalities to come out and revering ourselves. Sure, there's the revering others, but this particular process is revering ourselves. And so we do this just for literally minutes a day, and that allows ourselves to fully step into who we are. There's another quality with this, which is if you do the ritual, I've found from my time in India, that allows you to be in absolute present time. There's a calming. And within the sattva, Raja, Tamas, Sattva, the Rajasic, the three gunas in the Indian philosophy. The Rajasic is the moving, the expansive, the fire. And then you've got the Tamas, which is the static, the negative, stasis. And then midway between those is the Sattva, which is the truth. And the middle way, Buddha relates to it, and it's related in the three gunas, and it's within that gentle, calm, centered place that you get an inrush of enormous, I certainly do when I do these rituals, intuition. When you take the few minutes aside each day, ideally every morning to set the tone for the day, you get an inrush of intuition and clarity on enormous business ideas. And I'm going to run this into this particular video, into my next one, which is the remarkable recharge you can get by being in the elements, earth, water, fire, air. Down, I literally love the location of the beach. So we're going to run this into the next video to show you how you can run the ritual and connect this with connecting with the elements and totally blast your business to unlimited possibility.